All right, let's talk about something that's on a lot of IT pros' minds. How do you take your trusty, reliable on-prem infrastructure and connect it to all the power and flexibility of the cloud, without having to tear everything down and start from scratch? We're going to break it down. I mean, this is the big question, right? You've got this great Horizon deployment running perfectly in your data center, but all the cool new tools, the slickest licensing, the smartest monitoring, the best management features, they're all living up in the cloud. So how do you build a bridge between those two worlds without some massive, painful, and expensive overhaul? Well, the answer actually comes down to one single, really powerful component. So here's what we're going to cover in this explainer. First, we'll define this bridge to the cloud, we'll get into exactly what the connector is, and then we'll pop the hood and see how it works. After that, we get to the best part, the big payoff, and why all this even matters. And then we'll wrap it all up with the key takeaways. Okay, let's jump right in. To kick things off, we need a really clear definition. What is this Omnisa Horizon Cloud Connector that makes everything possible? At its very core, it's a dedicated virtual appliance. Its whole purpose in life, its one and only job, is to create this super secure, super stable connection, a bridge from your local Horizon environment, which we call a pod, to the main management hub up in the cloud, the Horizon control plane. So if the word bridge helps you picture the connection, think of the word proxy to understand what it actually does. The connector just sits quietly in your environment and acts as a secure translator, a go-between, safely passing information back and forth without you ever having to expose your whole network to the big, wide internet. It's a really elegant and, most importantly, a very secure way to do things. Okay, so we've got the what down. Now let's get a little technical. Look at the architecture and really understand how this thing actually does its job. You can see the flow here, and it's pretty simple, really. Over on the left, that's your house, your on-prem Horizon pod with all your servers and desktops. Way over on the right, that's the cloud, the control plane, where all the modern management magic happens. And right there, smack in the middle, playing traffic cop, is our hero, the cloud connector. Every single bit of communication gets funneled securely right through it. Now, for all my fellow tech nerds who love the details, here are the nuts and bolts. The connector is an OVA, an open virtual appliance, which basically means deploying it is a piece of cake. It runs on a super lightweight Linux OS, and this is the really important part, it uses Kubernetes containers. Now, why does that matter? Because using containers makes the whole thing incredibly portable and resilient. And if you've got a huge deployment, no problem, you just scale it out by adding more worker nodes to share the load. And now for my favorite part, the payoff. Why would you even deploy this thing? What do you actually get out of it? Let's talk about what this connector truly unlocks for you and your organization. I mean, the difference is just night and day. Before you have the connector, your management is all siloed, right? It's stuck inside your data center, using those traditional on-prem tools. But after you deploy it, your whole world just opens up. You can suddenly manage and monitor that exact same on-prem pod from one single modern console in the cloud. And that brings us to that phrase we all love to hear in IT, a single pane of glass. That's the dream, isn't it? It means no more jumping between 5 different tools and a dozen browser tabs. The connector lets you see and manage absolutely everything, from user sessions and help desk issues to your core desktop images, all from one place. So let's just run through the big benefits. First off, this is how you activate your modern subscription licenses. That's a must. It's also your gateway to amazing cloud services, like Workspace ONE Intelligence for some seriously deep predictive monitoring. You get to manage your on-prem desktops from literally anywhere you have an internet connection. And maybe, most critically, this is what paves the way for a true hybrid desktop as a service, or DaaS, strategy. It lets you mix and match on-prem control with cloud flexibility, which is a total game changer. All right, let's bring this all home. Let's summarize the most important things you need to remember from this explainer on modernizing your virtual desktop setup. If you only take one thing away from all this, please make it this. The Cloud Connector is not just some optional add-on. It is the essential key. It is the one component that unlocks all the modern features, the new licensing, and the powerful management capabilities for the investment you've already made on premises. It's about keeping what works and adding the power of the cloud on top. And that just leaves us with one final, crucial question to think about for your own environment. Now that you see how the bridge works, is your VDI ready to take full advantage of the power of the cloud?